Hello everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. My name's Rainy and today we have Sekar here to share her colorful life in Australia as an international student.
Hi guys.
I know Sekar is one of the most proactive and successful international students that I know. We actually met in a group interview, right?
Yeah.
So that was the time when we both applied to attend the CSA conference, which is a conference for us international students to meet each other, share our problems and to come up with solutions and improve our own education and welfare, I guess. Yeah, and it's a great opportunity that's held every year, and UQ would select a few people and fund them as well. So we met through there.
Yeah. And yeah, it was a very great opportunity to be able to meet like all other international students, mingle and get to know each other, get to network with other international students from all over Australia. And yeah, I think we made a good friendships as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your backgrounds and where you're from?
Yeah, so my name is Sekar. If you want to spell it, it's Sekar. It's a bit very Indonesian name. So I'm from Indonesia. Specifically, I'm from Jakarta. So I came here because I took an undergraduate international program from my home university, which is University of Indonesia. So I'm doing Bachelor of Communications and I'm majoring in Public Relations. I've done a pretty lot of public speaking and also doing other communication stuff. So I'm pretty sure that I do like what I'm doing right now. I've also talked to other international students and I've also been a speaker in several international students events. So yeah. That's a little bit about me.
I saw that the other day you posted you being on a panel to represent your faculty.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
right?
So that one was for orientation week from UQ. For my faculty, they asked me to kind of like talk about my first year experience to the new students. So it was for the new students and I got to speak, tell them and share my experience, my story about my first year of studying, how it felt like, how I was really scared at first to, get to know the campus and get to know the culture, because Australia's and Indonesian culture are very, very different. But then I got that chance and I took it and I told everyone about my experience, and also I got a chance to be in the panelists with other professionals and one of the lecturers and also international manager. So I got a chance there for people and students to ask me about, like international relations, stuff like that. And I think that's a very good opportunity for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So this is your last year at uni, right? But back in the first year, did you think that you would put your hand up for something like public speaking?
For me, no.
Yeah.
Of course, because I used to be a very quiet person. Well, sometimes I am still. But I'm usually like more into like a person who stays behind its desk and not really, putting forward for me to speak to other people, because I don't think at that time that was my thing. But then when I came to UQ and I came to Australia, I was more to like, I want to try everything and I'm trying to push myself like out of my comfort zone to try, and at least if I don't like it, I've tried it.
Yeah.
So even though I don't like it, I can say that, okay, I don't like it because I've tried it before. But then I tried it and eventually I like what I'm doing. So being a representative in campus and also in the university life, and as like a lifestyle life for international students here as an ambassador, it's actually a very cool experience for me.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. I totally agree with you. I think when I first came to Australia, I was also just not confident for anything. But I really wanted to apply for all these opportunities that looked awesome, but I was just contemplating whether or not to click on that button or not, and I missed many opportunities back then. And if you are not confident enough, you're definitely not alone. It's something that you just try it one time and get accepted, and then you try a second time, and over time you just become more and more comfortable with it. Right?
Insecurity is always there. Like it's, even though I'm now like active and I like to do all programs and activities like in one same time, but still sometimes I have this insecurity whether I want to do it or not. But then it comes up to like my thoughts about what if I don't do it and I'm too late, and like what if I was supposed to be able to do it but I didn't try it.
Yeah.
So those kind of thoughts can kind of like haunt me in some way, so I just kept doing everything that I don't know whether I want it, I just try to do it. So
just try to say yes to your opportunity if you feel like it's really something that you're gonna regret if you don't do it, right? And I guarantee you there's like this snowball effect. Once you get this one thing on your resume or your experience bank, it's all gonna get easier and easier from there.
Because the first semester in UQ, I also kind of like experienced that time when I'm not doing anything, and I kind of regret why didn't I do it, because I literally threw away one semester without doing anything productive and without doing anything that's, developing my skills. So
totally.
I don't want to have those kind of like regret anymore. So that's why I jump into everything that I can do.
And development is something that you should do constantly.
I agree.
Even though your resume might already be like 2 pages long, there's always more skills that you can learn, and always more people you can meet as well. Like, how do you feel about social networking and meeting more people?
After being an ambassador, because I'm still the international student ambassador for Brisbane and both for UQ as well, I met a lot of amazing people, and also in the conference as well, we met a lot of amazing people, and we can actually develop like professional network from there. Like now, if I need any help with, probably I need to make a contact with some international student in Sydney, I can just call a friend who's in Sydney and they actually would help me with that. Also, this more simple kind of like example was I went to Griffith University in the past few weeks, and I have no idea how Griffith looks like. I'm really not familiar with it. The campus is also big. Well, it's not as big as UQ, but because I've never been there, it's very confusing. And because I know that I have an international friend and he goes to Griffith, I chat him and I ask him like, where should I go? But then he offered help, and then he also referred me to his friend that could help me in the campus. So that's actually very nice. I can get a lot of connections from there. I mean, that's the simplest thing that I can think right now, but
you can go far beyond that.
That could be more than that. And also developing network with staffs, university staffs, and also people that is actually valuable for your career life, and professional network in Brisbane is also very good. But more than that, it's actually about friendship. So I get to actually now have friends from all around the world, because it's amazing. Actually that's very amazing. So now every time I go to like, I don't know, say India or probably Pakistan or probably Italy or Europe or somewhere like that, I always have a friend there to ask about anything, even though I can't meet them if they're abroad somewhere, but I can still ask them for everything. So help is actually all around the world if you actually get in there.
And it's amazing that there's a lot of social networking or events going on at UQ now. Just go to, I know there's like an entrepreneurship breakfast tomorrow. Like this kind of event just goes on every single week. Just go on Facebook and check out the events and stuff.
It's also very good to like jump in, trying to find a platform that have all those information about events, about clubs, societies, and like forums, workshops, seminars, anything that you can find. Because I think for Australia, and especially in Brisbane particularly, we have like so many platforms that is very, very useful for international students. So make sure to make an effort to actually find something, because information is not going to go to you, it's not going to come to you. You have to actually search for it and make an effort to be present and just do something for the community.
So outside uni and I guess your responsibilities, is there one area of development that you focus a lot on?
I tend to focus more on leadership. So in leadership, because I know back then I was not very into leadership kind of person. I'm more towards like, okay, I'll follow someone. But then here I feel that I need to develop that skill. So sometimes it's as simple as putting your hands up for a class participation, or like put your hands up for volunteering. I think those are like the simplest way of leadership. I don't think leadership is more like you leading a meeting or like leading something that is like formal. It doesn't have to be like that, but leadership is more towards what you want to do, and then you make an effort to do that and bring like a good positive value for the community. So I think that is what leadership is, and I'm also implementing it to myself, like in my works or in my other experiences. So yeah, I think that's the focus, the niche that I'm trying to do
definitely.
here.
And I think skills like leadership is one of those soft but really critical skills that you can that can be transferable to whatever job you do. Like even though you're studying communication and I'm studying science, we can totally do different things in the future, right?
Of course.
Yeah, and adaptability is one of the most important skills as well.
And by you learning leadership, I feel by doing all of those stuff and actually developing my leadership skill, I also feel like I'm developing my collaboration skill with other people. So it's good for you to be smart. It's good for you to have all your positive things and skills on your resume, but then if you can't collaborate with people and you can't lead yourself in the community, that will just be nothing.
And you can see the shifts to more teamwork from our interview, right? That was the first group interview that we went to, because can you imagine back in the days it's all very serious one-to-one interview, but now it's group interview. And they gave us a really creative task to test our creativity,
because people have to be able to work together nowadays, otherwise nothing will happen.
You need to showcase to your employer that you have all these soft skills on top of your degree.
And the interesting thing is that we have no idea who we are. And that time I have no idea who she is, and we're like asked, okay, you have to do this in a group and you have to make something. So it's a matter of you have to be able to adapt well to the environment
very quickly.
And very quickly. That's a very interesting experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for all this very insightful advice.
No worries. I'm happy to help. It's kind of like what I like to do.
So where do you see yourself in the future? Is there any plans after you graduate?
Wow. So the closest plan will be probably trying to find work, because I do need to go home if I don't get any sponsored here. But basically I'm trying to work out if there's any work that I can, like job vacancies that I can apply for, and if I'm trying to do for like global companies.
Oh, great.
Because then I know that global companies can have more potential in like giving work sponsors and stuff like that, because otherwise I need to go back. But even though I need to go back, I'll probably find work back home and trying to find scholarships or masters, or let's see what I can do.
But there's a lot.
But I really want to go back here if I do need to go back.
Great. That's very good.
Thank you.
Is there any final advice that you would like to tell people?
Well, my advice would be just try everything. Literally
Say
everything.
Say yes.
Say yes to everything. It might be out of your comfort zone, but if you do want to try and you're passionate about trying and experiencing new stuff, I highly recommend to just try and jump into every kind of activities that you like. Just try anything. If you're not comfortable in meeting people, well, you're gonna have to do that.
You never know who you meet.
You never know who you meet, even though it's beyond your capability. You might think that, I'm awkward in meeting new people. I used to be like that, but then now I feel I'm not like that anymore. So it's just because a matter of me trying stuff.
And I guess sometimes you would think, this is not very relevant to what I'm studying. But you never know.
Doesn't matter.
One day you might just realize, I want to do that thing now.
It's never too late to actually try to do anything. I mean, because for me, my life motto is I don't have to be good. I don't have to be the best in doing everything, but I know that I make things happen. I know that I always make what I want achievable. So I think that's personally for myself.
Great. Well, thank you very much,
No
Sekar.
worries. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
All right, cool. Okay, you can stop that.
That was super good. Hey, that was one thing.
Thank you.
Of course, they
Oh
should.
my god, I think yeah.
Yeah, so that was a very interesting experience.